Let's go.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques. Nah, big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend. Now boys with the full scent. Yeah, like I said, no new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagons. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
They said, is it God or is it money? I said both. Who say you can't love God and get money? Hey, yeah. I was just doing the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Hey, I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, I said. None of the talk is all favor. She wanna chill, I said later. Told her I'd never betray her. Spending time with my creator. Gotta get this out on paper. Stick to my faith, I don't waver. They calling me a crusader. All this cheese and no greater. Hey, I just don't wanna be average. I'm in my prime with no package. What is the point with no bandage? Temptation always a challenge. Giving but don't know what happened. I cannot believe in balance. Tripping all over these talents. Shout to my homies in Dallas. Stacking this money on palace. I might just call me a palace. I might just call me a being a king is a challenge. Bearing this fruit like I'm Adam. No future I cannot fathom. She think I'm funny and handsome. I'm making moves on a random. That's why I wrote me an album. That's why I wrote me an album. One of these gonna be gold. One of these better be platinum. Wrote the song, it was off the dome. Got this on the throne, sick of land we roam. Don't know where you from, but you acting dumb like you made your bed in the catacombs. Trying to rob the crown, better turn around. Go find your soul when there's lost to fight. This is holy ground and got the whole city like they're high up, but ain't a single pound. I said, I was just doing the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Hey, I was just new on the scene. Now I am right on your screen. Sitting right next to my queen. She is the girl that I need. She called me Adam Levine. Loved her since I was 19. Finna keep our life clean. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, our routine. Got it, money, I said. shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. I see you looking, I see you watching. Wasn't too long ago, we was just talking. I'm sorry you hate me now, and I don't mean that I'm sorry for me. I'm just sorry for you, cause you won't get to see what a hot king can do when he's given the chance to become what he knew he could. Now my shit's popping, oh and I'm shocking. I'm just from Buffalo, I shouldn't make it. Was right by my auntie, but that woman hated me. Good at pretending for everyone faking it. Now I'm awake and I see why they made the choice to kick me out just as soon as I made the choice. Now I'm a king, yeah that's the thing, happens a lot. Fatherless kids, yeah we come by the lot. Changing shit whether you like it or not. He would come like it or not. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. Fuck the whole industry, music and media. Started my own shit, I don't think they feeling me. I just don't get it, so fuck it. I'm done with all this luck shit. Y'all think y'all scaring me, so I address it. But now all your niggas is running. All of your mouths is just running. No talent, but your shit is funded. Now all y'all think y'all real funny. Clown flexing with that fake money. Can't buy shit without real shit, so you rent shit cause you real dummy. Just invest in mine like a broker. New money coming soon. Yo last post got like 50,000, but you can't fill the fucking room. Look at my wrist, yeah it's popping. Took the whole family shopping. Funny that you always flexing. Just saw your car at the auction. Niggas on IG be stalking. All these girls, too many options. Act like I don't hear you talking. Drop it and they just come flocking. I just don't let they sat in. Then got Gorilla Gang tatted. I went like it's automatic. Passing these niggas is tragic. Wearing all black with no magic. You just got green in your ice. They all stop checking the facts, so I just stopped treating them nice. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. Owe me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the newbie. FTLOG on the top with the blue G's. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the newbie. FTLOG on the top with the blue G's. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
He's heating up! He's heating up! He's on fire!
Come up, ayy. Let's be with that drama, ayy. Saw that fatty mama, ayy. Told her I don't wanna.
Hadouken!
Come up, ayy. Let's be with that drama, ayy. Saw that fatty mama.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Went out, caught me a red fly. Too many people on a bandwagon. Done been through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mo change, big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains. Big stats, mo fame. We backs done, said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going and running that big check. My name, sign that, mo rain. Come back, come and just come up, ayy. Let's be with that drama, ayy.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3203 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustlers, and yill hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everesting K2, flexing on all you bees.
The fucking Catalina wine.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to 3203, Tuesday, February the 11th. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. We are live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and share with your friends, because we got a lot. We got a lot of great stuff to go into. Yesterday was our accountability meeting. We had some awesome new releases. It was a great time. Go and check out yesterday's episode. We dropped some brand new merch over at papasolio.com. If you like SimCity, you're going to love Gym City 2000. The ultimate gym simulator. Go and check it out. Now available. We have a big, juicy. It's huge. Buy one, get one 50% off over at papasolio.com. So if you're itching for some nip covers, and I know it's cold for a lot of you, I know it's snowing and stuff, but if you need some new nip covers, and you probably do, you got to do your spring pickup, head on over to papasolio.com and try on a couple new designs for size. I'm rocking again. I love this shirt. I love the Chill Swole Guy shirt. Check out Gym City 2000. We got a lot of cool designs. Anyway, buy one, get one 50% off over there on papasolio.com. Check it out. Let's get into today's episode. We got a lot to drop into, and we had a great Swole Fam post yesterday that I think I'm going to read again, because we have some more responses in case you didn't catch yesterday's episode. I'm going to read Joe's post again. We're going to get into a few more responses. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of them. And if you have anything you want to add during the live stream, make sure you do so. And of course, if you haven't commented in this post in the Swolenormous app, make sure you go and do so, because we will get to it in upcoming episodes. It's a great topic. And let's jump right into it. Pooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, so Joe asked, and this is Joe's post, and if you were here yesterday, you heard it, but bear with me. We're going to read it again and get into a couple more responses. Joe says, asking for some advice. How do you handle it when you're trying to fix your health? By adjusting your nutrition, working out consistently, and thinking about how each decision either improves or hurts your health while still working a 9 to 5 and taking care of the kids. I definitely feel like I have too many pans on the fire and things are burning. I try to wake up to have my me time, but since I can't go to bed early, I'm just cutting my sleep short. I often feel like I'm burning my candle at both ends, and I'm not going to last. I'm sure that some of you are just as busy or busier, and I'm asking how you do it. I don't want to make excuses, but I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. Now, this is common sentiments. So a lot of Swole Fam members are working 1 or 2 jobs. You got kids, multiple kids. Some of you have like 100 kids. So let's get into a couple more responses. We got one from Dawn. We're going to jump right into it. And again, if you have something else to add live, make sure you drop in the chat. I'll read it. Dawn says, hi, Joe. I completely understand where you're coming from. Kids, responsibilities, and life can get overwhelming, and you find yourself burning out quick. One thing that has helped me tremendously was habit stacking. For example, You got to eat and the kids got to eat. Therefore, you have to make dinner. Pick one recipe out of the kitchen and have the kids help you prepare it. And Dawn's referring to the recipes inside Swolenormous X, inside the Swolenormous app. We call it the kitchen. Pick one recipe out of the kitchen and have the kids help you prepare it. They love helping in the kitchen. You're taking the step to prioritize nutrition while spending quality time with your children, and they are learning an important lesson about health and nutrition as well. I also utilize the yoga with kids sessions frequently on days where I knew getting to the gym was not going to happen. Again, kids love this stuff. I promise you will find yourself laying on the floor giggling with them, and nothing beats those memories. Also, don't take away from your sleep time if at all possible. You have to navigate your day starting with a full cup, and quality sleep is king. Best wishes to you, and please keep in touch with the Swole fam along your journey. We are happy to help. And I agree, that's a great response. And we do have those kids yoga classes inside the yoga studio. Fantastic way to get involved with your children and have a good time. Reminder before we move on to some more posts, we have today, let's get a little America for Doge. And of course, we're not talking the Department of Government Efficiency. We're talking the Department of Gym Efficiency. So make sure you drop Doge in the comments down below, and you could be a founding member of the Department of Gym Efficiency. Isn't that fantastic? Love the card. And of course, I love what's happening in this country so far. We're getting back on it. We're getting back to it, making America swole. Jennifer, responding to Joe, says, when my girls were young, I put them to bed at 8 p.m., then an hour of downtime for me, then bed at 9. This let me be able to get up in the morning to work out while everyone was still asleep. I couldn't leave them to go to a gym, so I made one at home. There are lots of great used gym equipment out there, and lots of places have 0% financing, so you just pay a little each month until it's done. Crock pots and one-pan meals are a lifesaver. Easy prep and quick to make. You can do this. Great input. And we got another one here. This one's from John, and John says, it's all about an investment mindset. My best friend is 90 years old. Is 90-year-old me. My best friend is 90-year-old me, and I'm taking care of him now financially, mentally, and physically. I'm all he's got, and I'm not letting him down. I don't want 90-year-old me struggling in pain, scared, and a burden to others. I want his head held high, strong, self-reliant, living a life of integrity. Develop your time management to get your 7 pillars handled now. Make a promise to your 90-year-old you. He's counting on you, Joe. This hits hard. This hits hard. And I think this is a great thing to think about whenever you are training, when you are, again, making choices. When you choose to go to the gym, you're choosing not to sit on your ass and watch Netflix and eat cake. You're making choices. And like I always say, your day is just the sum, the accumulation, just all the choices that you're making. A lot of little choices. You're making a lot of little choices every day. And you want your future self to thank you. And every workout you put in, every quality meal you eat, you are investing in your future self, and your future self will be proud of you. So what do you want in the future? And then guess what? If you want to be a fit older man, then guess what? That starts today. So what would a fit person do? What would someone that prioritizes their health do? They get their shit in order. They would manage their time. They prioritize. It's just that simple. So sometimes you have to go into the future, meditate on that a little bit, and then work your way backwards. So great input, John. Appreciate you. And if you haven't yet commented in the Swolenormous app, go into the community section. Joe's post is pretty close to the top. Make sure you go and respond to it. If you haven't yet, you can also drop in the live chat and do that as well. But if you have any other thoughts, drop it in the chat below. There's a lot of comments to go through. We'll get to some more tomorrow because they've been great. They've been great. Cerny wants to be able to wipe her own ass. I think she just wants a soundboard, but thank you, Cerny. Fantastic. All right. Cerny wants to be able to wipe her own ass. So it's good. That's good. It's a good goal. I think it's good. Who wants someone else to wipe your ass? All right. Let's get into some questions. Knowledge cock time. So let's jump into a couple. I'm going to turn on Instagram Live. Let's do it. So if you have questions, drop in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We'll take the first one from Instagram stories.
What's in the box?
This one is from Yep, It's Johnny. And Johnny says, what are the 5 best healthy foods for gaining weight? I don't think there's any such thing as the best foods for gaining weight. You do an elimination diet, you isolate what foods work best for your body, and you eat more of those. I would make sure you're focusing on protein first. Eggs, grass-fed and finished ground beef, steaks, things like that. Beef and eggs are the best. Raw dairy, if you have access to it, you can dabble with some pasture-raised chicken and wild-caught fish and stuff like that. But beef is my go-to. Beef and eggs is hands down, in my opinion, the best. Make sure you don't slack on those animal proteins and fats. So the 5 best healthy foods, it's going to vary in terms of what you prefer, but then it's more of that. So make sure you're progressively overloading, focusing on building muscle. Don't do any of that. I'm going to lose weight first and then build muscle. Make sure you're focusing on building muscle now and focus on those proteins. All right, we're live on Instagram. We are live on the Daily Swole, episode 3203, 3203. So we're here just for the question portion. If you're watching on Instagram, make sure you click the link in bio. So when we get cut off here, when we shut down for the questions, you can follow the rest of the podcast. It's The Daily Swole on Rumble, The Daily Swole on YouTube, and all those links for the Daily Swole podcast are links in bio. So make sure you click on over. We're here for questions. If you have questions, drop in the chat, and we'll get into some more questions before we move on to some balls deep content and other awesome stuff. So we got another one from Instagram stories. Yep, it's Johnny. Papa Solio, what would be a good amount of calories to eat a day to gain weight, or does it matter? More than what you use to maintain. But remember, you don't want to gain weight, you want to build muscle. So stop thinking about bulking and cutting. A lot of people just put on fat and then lose the fat and they don't really gain any muscle. So it doesn't really matter what the scale says. What matters is, are you progressively overloading? Are you building muscle? So you need to do an elimination diet, Johnny. You need to start getting on a quality strength training program. You need to make sure that you're building muscle. So it does not matter if you're gaining weight. You want to make sure you're building muscle. You don't want to gain fat. You're probably going to a little bit. It's fine if you're putting on size to put on a little bit of fat also, but you want to make sure that you change the wording to building muscle. You're not trying to gain weight. The scale isn't that important relative to the composition. You want to make sure that the weight that you're putting on is muscle mass. All right, here we go. Wasiak, Papa Swolio, our total daily energy expenditure calculator is a reliable tool if you're not lying about the amount you're exercising. I think it can give you an idea. I don't think it's the most important thing to pay attention to. I never use them personally. I'm not saying they're bad. Reliable? I think it's relative. It might give you an idea. If you are eating X amount of food and you're consistent with your protein and calories and training and you're monitoring your body weight, it can tell you whether or not you're putting on muscle. You can determine if you're progressively overloading and you're maintaining the weight that you're putting on muscle and you're not adding extra fat unnecessarily. So I'm not really too concerned with what a calculator online arbitrary tells you based on your activity levels. It's much more important that you are seeing your progress in the gym. You're tracking it closely with your rep strength, whether the weight's increasing, whether the reps are increasing, how you feel. And if you're progressively overloading, if you are getting stronger, that means that you're stimulating properly in the gym, that your nutrition is on point, and then you can adjust over time. So the more closely you track these things, the better you can adjust. And you want to be consistent over time. That way, when you make these little micro changes, you notice the differences and you can pivot. Making drastic changes with caloric intake is not wise. Do things slowly and make sure that you are prioritizing your performance, which is muscle building. Nick on Rumble, Papa Swolio, should buying gym equipment count as a tax write-off? Oh yeah, buddy. I mean, I'm not a tax expert, but I think it depends on if you have your own corporation, if you have your own LLC. So absolutely, you should write as much off as possible. But I think it depends. I think it depends on how you structure your taxes if you have your own business. So for example, buying gym equipment for me, obviously that's equipment for my business, for filming, for content. So it's very much a tax write-off in that sense. So should it be? A lot of things can be a lot of things depending on how you structure your taxes, whether or not you have your own LLC and you get paid out X, Y, and Z. So talk to your tax professional, and if you have to do something that sets it up for next year in the future, you know, you should do whatever you can to not give corrupt politicians your money. I think we should be getting rid of taxes altogether. Tariff the fuck out of people. That would explode the U.S. economy. Already is. Let's see. Mark Papaswolio, I think you've answered this. Probably. We've done 3,203 episodes, but happy to cover things again. I think you've answered this, but is leg press worth it? Yeah, leg press is a great exercise. I mean, I have a squat press, I have a leg press, and I use them depending. Count that as a squat pattern. So really, when you're training your quads or you're training your legs, I would recommend, it doesn't have to be every single time. It depends on how frequently you train your legs. But I train 3 every other day. So I'm hitting my legs every other day, and I try to get every muscle stimulated every other day, every 48 hours. So what I do personally is I'll alternate every other day. I'll do a leg extension, whether a single leg or 2 leg. And then the next leg session, the next full body session, I'm doing some sort of a pendulum squat, a leg press, or a hack squat. So I alternate my compound movement with leg extensions. If I trained it twice a week, I would do 1 set for hack squat, 1 set leg extension, and then 3 days or 4 days of rest, and then I would do it again. So it really depends on the frequency and your split. But leg press is great. And sometimes you're going to find, because different exercise will work the muscles sometimes in more of a mid-range of motion, mid-length. For example, leg extensions will target the rectus femoris a little bit more. Hack squats are great and it'll train the quads in the lengthened position. Leg press is generally kind of like in the mid-length position. So you might find a different tension or different overload. If one bothers your knees, you can swap out and try a leg extension. Or leg press. So when I had some issues with my knee or my quad, sometimes you train too hard, you overdo it, something happens. Leg press was great. It was a great way. It was a great change of stress, change of angle. So I use these different exercise machines like different tools. And sometimes if the wind blows a certain direction or I feel like it, I'll adjust and I'll target a certain exercise. So I'll stick to the same exercises more or less. You don't want to have too much randomness. You don't want to change too often, because then you're just changing the stimulus too often. You're not going to be really as consistent with building muscle with your progressive overload if you're always doing like a shocking new movement. But it's a very similar movement. It's a very similar movement to a squat, depending on how you do it. And you can get a different angle. You can maybe open the hip angle a little bit, laying down the pad more on a leg press if you have a good leg press. So I think it's definitely worth it. It's great. And you just have to kind of find something that works best for you and then progressively overload it. So I use these things. Sometimes I'll change an exercise because I just not feeling it the same way, or I just feel like it psychologically. Because if you're into an exercise and you're really feeling it and you have a good stimulus, for whatever reason, stick to that movement for a while, and then you can change it up when you kind of hit a wall or a plateau, or sometimes you kind of hit that limit and you're not really able to progressively overload, you kind of plateau. Might be time to change something out, get a different stimulus, and then come back to it. And oftentimes the way I work is if I'm doing a certain exercise for a few weeks or a couple months, and then I kind of hit that, I'll be like, all right, cool. Let me put that on the back burner. Let me shift and do a hack squat instead of a leg press, or a pendulum squat, or I kind of shift around. And then when I come back to it, I don't leave it too long so it's a novel stimulus again, but I'll come back, and then usually my strength will kind of increase from there. So sometimes just mixing it up a little bit can kind of break you through those plateaus. All right, back to Instagram. If there's any questions, if I missed it, you can ask again. I'm scrolling through. I'm probably missed a bunch of questions. Let's see. Jack Marshall 57 on Instagram. Papa Swole, are you natural? I am. I'm not taking any anabolics, but I'm open to TRT or something like that in the future, but currently I'm not doing anything. All right, Instagram stories. Spurious the Great, Papa Swolio. How can I convince my friends to go to the fucking gym? Let's get this. Drop in the comments. How do you get your friends to go to the fucking gym? When you find out how to get your friends to go to the fucking gym, let me know. Let me know so I can get more people to go to the fucking gym. That's literally what I do. I yell at people to go to the fucking gym, and I provide the content and all the amazing stuff inside the Swolenormous app and so on with our programs and yoga and meditation and so forth. But convincing someone to go to the fucking gym, I would say it's really more about leading by example, encouraging them, having information when someone's ready for it, but don't put yourself out. Invite them to go to the fucking gym. Maybe like, you're not going to be hanging out with them as much if you're going to the fucking gym and they're not. So this really comes down to your community. You can't be surrounding yourself with people that are lazy fucks if you're trying to get to the next level. So you're really not going to convince people. And it takes longer, especially if they're your friends. Sometimes friends are friends for a season and they're not going to be on you for this next leg of your journey. But leading by example is tremendously more effective than trying to convince someone else to do it. It's not really worth the energy to convince people to do things. This goes for many, 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 many different aspects of life and information. Sometimes it's frustrating because you care about these people and you have good information, whether it comes to financial investments, whether it comes to physical training or nutrition, but people have to come around. And unfortunately, most people are going to wait until it's too late or until they have a serious issue. And then they have to, try to repair, like, hey, I have these health issues. I need to start going to the fucking gym or eating right. What do you do? People wait till they have a problem before they take care of it, which is too late. You just do it now. All right, Crypto Revenant. Yes, computer froze for a second and came back. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Came back. Yikes. Did I say something that the communists didn't like? Okay, Crypto Revenant. Papasoli, what's the best shoulder exercise? There is no best exercise. What I will say is if you want to target your shoulders completely, I would make sure you're doing a shoulder pressing movement. You don't have to do it all in the same workout. Again, depending on your frequency and your training split. The 3 exercises that I use are shoulder press. You can use a machine, Smith machine, anything you want. Shoulder press, more stable is better. Shoulder press, lateral raise, and posterior deltoid. So I like reverse pec deck. I also go really heavy on T-bar rows all the time, so you're getting a lot of posterior deltoid with that. So it depends on what body part you need to bring up. If you need to work more on your posterior deltoid, you could prioritize that. And I'll alternate them. So I train every other day, so I'm doing one shoulder set, not one for anterior, one for middle. I'm just doing one set. So I'll alternate. In one workout, I'll do a shoulder press. Another workout, I'll do usually a cuffed lateral raise, either one arm or two arm. And I really like loading the lengthened position. So where the tension's most at the bottom, you could also do dumbbells and stuff, but I would recommend doing something with a cable. That way you can target the tension on the middle deltoid at the bottom when it's lengthened rather than always at the top with dumbbells. Because with dumbbells, the tension's more when you're out to the side. So a couple options there. All right, let's see. More questions. Drop in the comments. Orion Kenpachi. Papasoyo, what's the most optimal workout split? It's a good question. I think it depends on what you can stay consistent with. For most people, I would recommend an upper-lower split. If you're more advanced, a full body is fantastic, but you have to know how to execute it properly, and you really, in my opinion, should be more advanced if you're doing full body training. Full body is great for beginners too, but it's really... I used to think of it only more as a beginner type of approach, but it's really more advanced. But upper lower is great for most people to get into, and most people will probably prefer upper lower. So I wouldn't say there's necessarily a most optimal one. It depends on your volume, depends on your intensity, depends on your recoverability, a variety of factors. So what's optimal for one person, understand what's optimal for one person might not be optimal for another. Prithviran Jamlam. Cool. Whatever this name is. Papasolio, can you tell me good supplement company? For what? Not every company has the same products. If you're buying powders, I would recommend making your own stuff. You could just buy from bulk supplements on Amazon and just mix it yourself if you're talking about pre-workouts and things like that. All right, let's take some more from Instagram. Live questions, drop in the comments. #AskPapasolio. Venus, 333 Venus, Papasolio. What is the key for becoming consistent and motivation? Doing it. Discipline, setting a schedule, prioritizing, and executing. You're overcomplicating things. If you're waiting to feel like training, you're never going to start. Dan Gomez, Papasolio, is it good to take milkshake protein every day? Milkshake protein? I don't know what you're consuming. Grass-fed and finished whey protein concentrate, unflavored, no fillers. You can drink raw dairy also. Kefir is great. A lot of different options there. I don't know what milkshake protein is. The kind that brings all the boys to the yard? Is that what we're talking about? We have a couple of milk experts in the Swole fam. Is Aaron here? Is AA Ron here? Where's the milkman at? All right, YouTube, Space Shuttle Door Gunner. Papasolio, what is a good alternative to an easy bar? In terms of what? For what? I don't really like easy bars for curls and stuff. I like more supination. But what are we talking about here? That's kind of a vague question. Any kind of bar, any kind of handle has pros and cons. Damn right, it's better than yours. Oof. Oof.
Emotional, damn
Oof.
it.
Bringing all the boys to the yard. Look at a milkshake. Those milkshakes. All the boys. We're bringing all those milkshakes. All right, hashtag Doge, Department of Gym Efficiency. Drop in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Yay, yay. All right. Onlymilk.com. All right, last chance for questions on Instagram. Again, we're continuing the show. It doesn't stop. We're continuing on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. The links are in my bio if you want to catch the rest of the show. Last chance for questions on Instagram. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Drop it in the chat. Last chance for questions. We're keeping it light today, I guess. When we answer questions every day, sometimes people come in, they're like, I know everything. You've answered all the questions. It's like, cool. Cool. It's all good. It's all good. Hello, hello. All right. Going to shut down Instagram. Appreciate you guys being here. No more questions coming through, so head on over to Rumble and YouTube. We'll take a couple more questions in the Balls Deep portion if they come through. Sometimes people just don't get them in time. So thanks for being here. Follow the podcast, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Rumble, YouTube, The Daily Swole. The links are all in my bio on Instagram, right here on the Swolenormous Instagram page. Peace out, beaches. Come join for the rest of the show. All right. Pretty light on IG today. Pretty light. That's what she said. Pretty late. Pretty light. All right. Let's see. Any other questions here? All right, we're chilling today. Let's go balls deep. We're ready. We're ready. No real questions today. It's all good.
That's deep.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So let's go through a couple of videos. You can, let's see, what we got balls deep. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3. You guys can drop in the comments down below. Let's see. Let's check out this article. I have this on my X account. More Ozempic patients go blind as doctors sound alarm over side effect. Let's check out this link. Let's bring this up. I posted this yesterday. More Americans on Ozempic go blind as doctors sound alarm over potentially startling side effect. Potentially startling? Does anyone think going blind is a potentially startling side effect? I don't know if potentially startling is the phrase that I would use. I would say shocking. Hey, you want to lose some fat and be lazy? Here, take this, take this injection, but you might go blind. Doesn't seem like, I think going to the fucking gym might be a better risk proposition. Experts have sounded the alarm about blockbuster weight loss drugs like Ozempic leaving users blind. Several studies have linked the shots to conditions that cause inflammation and block blood flow to the eye, causing severe and sometimes permanent vision loss. You don't say. Now, researchers have detailed 9 new reports of U.S. patients who went blind after taking semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic, Mounjaro, respectively. One woman injected 1 dose of semaglutide for her diabetes and woke up the next morning blind in her left eye. Now, of course, if she has diabetes already, I mean, there's already issues. These are people with existing conditions. So, but still fucking wild, right? Still wild. This prompted her. Okay. It's not funny, but look, ready? One woman injected 1 dose of semaglutide for her diabetes and woke up the next morning blind in her left eye. Listen to this next line. This prompted her to stop the medication for 2 months before her diabetes forced her to go back on it. If I took something and the next morning I couldn't see out of my left eye, would you be going back on this thing again? There's got to be some, before her diabetes forced her to go back on it. I'm sorry. There's got to be some level of retardation. If you took anything, it doesn't have to be let's let you ate something and you ate sushi and you were blind the next day. Would you go back to eating sushi? Jeff Tech says, go blind and you can't find the cake and donuts. That, oh, fucking savage.
Boom shakalaka!
That's a good one. All right. That's insane. This prompted her to stop the medication for 2 months before her diabetes forced her to go back on it. 2 weeks after restarting, she lost vision in her right eye as well. Okay. I'm sorry, but you try something, I feel bad for you. Lost sight in your left eye. You're going to do it 2 months later and you go blind in your right eye. I don't have sympathy there. I don't have sympathy. You're going to do it again? And is this her choice or is this a doctor saying, well, take 2 months off and try it again? What in the fuck? Okay. I mean, I didn't expect that. I didn't read through this yet. We're doing this together, but that blows my mind. If I went blind, I wouldn't be touching that shit ever again with a 10-foot pole. Another woman who had been taking semaglutide for a year woke up one morning with a painless shadow over her left eye. Testing revealed blood vessels in her retina had become damaged, leading to blindness. One suffered bleeding in his left eye after taking tirzepatide for a year. However, doctors told him to keep taking the drug due to a lack of evidence linking his condition to weight loss shots. Fam, this is like the COVID safe and effective garbage. Well, people are just dropping dead on sports fields. People are just dropping dead. 30-year-old men are just dying in their sleep. But hey, safe and effective, right? One suffered bleeding in his left eye after taking tirzepatide for a year. However, doctors told him to keep taking the drug due to a lack of evidence linking his condition to weight loss shots. Might be something to be like, maybe we should stop this. Maybe this thing you've been taking for the past year could be an issue. Yeah, that's sick. There should be some licenses lost with that. That's a lawsuit. The researchers wrote in JAMA Ophthalmology last month that it's not clear exactly what could be causing the side effect. So maybe stop taking the shit. Maybe this shouldn't be given over the counter. Maybe we shouldn't be prescribing this to remember they were trying to get this for 6-year-olds and under? They were trying to get this for kids. They don't give a fuck about your children. They just want more people. They just want more customers. They don't give a shit about you. These companies are fucking evil. Absolutely evil. The experts said while the exact cause is unclear, drugs like Ozempic rapidly lower blood sugar levels could damage blood vessels in the eyes, leading to vision loss. It could. Sounds like it. Okay. Look at these. Okay. Jesus Christ. The experts said while the exact cause is unclear, maybe you should stop taking it until it becomes clear. Drugs like Ozempic rapidly stimulating insulin and lowering blood sugar could damage blood vessels, blah, blah. Last year, the American Academy of Ophthalmology issued a press release urging patients who have experienced vision loss while taking semaglutide to stop taking the drug and contact their doctor. However, the Academy did not recommend against taking the drugs altogether. Of course not. It's paying their salary. Health officials in Denmark, where Ozempic maker Novo Nordisk is based, is currently investigating the links between semaglutide and vision loss. The average patient was 57, and the majority were women. Anyway, that's just a thought. Look, just a thought. Just a thought. If you take something and the next morning, if you take something and I don't care what it is, right? You take magnesium, the next morning you can't see. And the only thing you added was the magnesium. It's like, maybe stop taking that and look, right? What in the actual fuck? That's wild. That's wild. Okay. All right. All right, we got a post here from the Department of Government, not gym efficiency, but the actual Department of Government efficiency. Can we just sit around here for a second and appreciate the fact that we have a Department of Government efficiency, that we actually have a department that is cleaning up this cesspool. It's great. This from yesterday. Today, the Department of Agriculture terminated 18 contracts for a total of $9 million, including contracts for, quote, Central American Gender Assessment Consultant Services. Central American Gender Assessment Consultant Services. Brazil Forest and Gender Consultant Services. And, quote, the Women in Forest Carbon Initiative Mentorship Program. Sounds like money laundering to me. All right. Thank you, Elon. Fuck yeah! I'm really glad we're not spending $9 million for Central American Gender Assessment Consultant Services. Holy shit. Absolute criminal activities. We got two more, and then we'll get into some more stuff. This one's from Benny Johnson. Google Maps. Fam, let's get America for the Gulf of America. Google Maps officially changes the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful sight. Look at that. Look at where the Gulf is. It should always have been the Gulf of America. Should always have been the Gulf of America. It's literally America's. I mean, that's what these continents are called. That's fantastic. Gulf of America. Beautiful. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google, for getting on that. Good stuff. Should always have been the Gulf of America. It's so fire. All right. We got this video, and we're going to watch it. Let me pause it for a second. This is from Libs of TikTok, and there's still a lot of corruption in the government. It's not over yet. Check this out. This is some heavy shit. The FBI leaked to Tren de Aragua gang members that ICE was coming. I repeat, the FBI leaked to Tren de Aragua gang members that ICE was coming. Prison for life. Breaking, Tom Homan confirms the ICE operation leak appears to have originated from the FBI and says there's now a criminal investigation. The FBI agents responsible for this need to be tried for treason. Wow. This is wild. Let's check out this clip.
Tom Homan. Tom, where are these leaks coming from?
Well, look, we think it's coming from inside, and we know the first leak of Aurora is under current investigation. We think we identified that person under investigation right now. The California leak, Secretary Noem, she's correct. Some of the information we're receiving tends to lead toward the FBI. But I talked to the Deputy Attorney General all this weekend. They've opened up a criminal investigation, and they have promised that not only this person lose their job and lose their pension, they're going to go to jail. They're going to criminally prosecute. So we're all over it. We got.
Jeez, that's some wild shit. That's some wild shit. Still think there aren't criminal agents in our government that's trying to usurp this country and tear it down to the ground. The FBI would warn these criminal gangs that ICE is coming. That's some sick shit. And when we say the FBI, it's obviously, and I want people to understand this. You have to really think about this. We think of these, you go to DC and these massive buildings, and it's very awe-inspiring, and it gives you this sense of, overwhelming, it's great for, national identity, and it's these buildings and these monuments and stuff like that. But these are made of people. The FBI is made of people. And when you say the FBI alerted them, it's not like everyone in the FBI is a piece of shit, but it could just be one person. It came from an office. It came from inside information that wouldn't have originated anywhere else but in the FBI, for example. So that's what it's referring to. It could just be a few people. And we know there's a lot. There's a lot of rot in all these, in all these, three-letter agencies, of course. But yeah. So we'll see what happens, but whoever's responsible for that absolutely should be prosecuted. That's bad stuff. It's going to be a wild time. It's only been 3 weeks. Okay. The rot goes deep. Let's get into a couple of videos. Let's do, who picked the number? Let's do Martial Arts Mama, number 1. Martial Arts Mama. Let's get into a couple of videos. Drum roll. There we go.
What's in the box?
This one's called Don't Talk Enough About. I have a feeling we talk about it way too much. And unfortunately, we're probably going to hear you talk about it right now. So let's take a look.
We don't talk enough about is the normalized prejudice and harsh judgments that are directed towards people who suffer from obesity. This contributes greatly to the suffering of these individuals who are widely considered to be lazy, lacking in self-discipline.
They're usually all those things. Usually.
This is simply not the case.
Most people that are obese they don't take care of themselves. They don't exercise. They don't do what they should be doing. And they are yeah, they eat too much and they don't exercise. Yeah. It answers pretty succinctly for most people.
Obesity is related to a variety of physical factors, most notably the gut microbiome.
Okay, and why is our gut microbiome? Because they eat garbage.
This is vividly illustrated by the fact that when you implant the fecal matter from a fat mouse into a thin mouse, the thin mouse becomes fat. And
okay, so what do we do for a gut biome? We stop eating poison. No, I don't want to stop eating my cookies and my cake. Okay, then stay fat.
Vice versa. When you implant the fecal matter of a
Come
thin
on.
mouse,
We know this.
the fat mouse becomes thin.
I love how the gut microbiome, it's not their fault. It's the gut microbiome. Where do you think it comes from? Where do you think the micro and the macrobiome comes from? It comes from what you put in your face hole. Shut up.
So since we are so deeply conditioned to be fat phobic,
We're not.
we need to actively work with our consciousness to combat these prejudices and attitudes that cause so much suffering to other people and are so unwarranted.
All right, this is some stupid shit. Where does this come from? Where do you think? It's not their fault. It's their gut. Oh, yeah, the gut just does it to them. It's their gut. Well, that's because they eat like shit. What do you think goes into their gut? They're garbage food. They're eating pizza and wings all the time, drinking tons of soda. They're literally doing nothing for their health, and you wonder why their gut biome sucks. So, literally, get fucked.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Stuff we already know. As if now it's because it's this, you cause damage to your liver and then you're like, oh, it's my liver's problem. You damage your thyroid for 30 years. Oh, but my thyroid. Yeah. Well, you fucked your thyroid up for your entire life. That's why your thyroid's fucked up. It's not my fault. It's my thyroid. Well, what'd you do to your thyroid? You fucked your thyroid up. Now your thyroid's pissed and doesn't work. All right. Ridiculous. All right, let's do one more. This is, oh God, what the fuck is with these glasses? Who wants to look at this?
What's in the box?
I don't want to look at your face. This is 2 minutes. We're probably not going to watch it. I can't look at this for 2 minutes.
I keep seeing this rhetoric of people saying that they've lost weight and now they love themselves.
No, I'm not doing it. That's all right. That's it. I'm calling an audible. We'll move on. I'm not doing that. 2 minutes of that fucking yapping. Pass. All right, let's do this one. This one's called Healing. I actually don't know what this means, but it's probably going to be horrifying. It's called Healing. We'll do 2 throwbacks. We'll make up for it with throwbacks. Yeah, no one wanted to listen to that. I know. No one wanted to listen to that.
Okay, tell me if I'm wrong, but I've been thinking about it, and I think that healing requires deconstruction. A trauma healing journey is always a deconstruction process. Or maybe it's just me, but hear me out. Healing from spiritual trauma involved deconstructing from Christianity. Healing my relationship with my body involved deconstructing fat phobia and misogyny. And healing from the trauma of growing up neurodivergent, undiagnosed, and not being able to meet neurotypical standards involved deconstructing from ableism and neurotypicality. Healing my relationship with my body also required deconstructing ableism. Healing from a lot of my relational trauma involved deconstructing patriarchy and heteronormativity.
What the fuck
I know
are
and
these
deeply
words?
understand that so much of trauma healing happens in the body, and those body-based practices and experiences are so important. But for me, really deconstructing the logical framework that allowed that trauma and abuse to happen is so important. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely off your rocker and you're on multiple meds. I don't see a cat box, but I don't see how you don't have like 5+ cats. Covering yourself with dirt, burying yourself in the ground with dirt and then wondering why you're dirty and then complaining about the dirt. And I'm so dirty. You're doing this to yourself. All those words mean nothing. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense. It really is fucking nonsense. Neurodivergent. My fat phobia. I'm the patriarchy. Look, the reason why you're miserable is because no one wants to be around someone who's whining and complaining all the time. What do you guys think? You think she eats steak and lifts heavy fucking weights and blah, blah, blah? No, she's just doing the same old habits and then using all these Marxist terms in order to play the victim and look for sympathy. Holy cringe. Just fucking, I mean, I feel pity for these people. It's how do you function in society? You don't. You're living in this world. It's like the kids that grow up thinking they're still playing Tea Party. It's welcome to life, you know? Well, like Candace Owens says, like, get it. Life's hard. Get a helmet. Get a fucking helmet. Suit up. No one cares. Like, seriously, no one cares. And the problem is you stay in these little bubbles of social media. You're staying in these little safe spaces in these indoctrination centers, AKA schools. You're in school until you're way past being an adult and you come out like a fucking man child or woman child. You come out into the world at 24 and like, oh, like you're the first time you've ever seen daylight and you're still basically an emotional fetus. And then everything, oh my God, everything hurts, but I'm this, but I'm that. But why are you mean to me? Why are you saying those words? Life doesn't give a shit. Life doesn't fucking care. Take control of your life or don't, but no one's putting up with this shit anymore. We never did, but it's over. It's over. We're done. Let's do throwbacks.
Privilege actually is. So thin privilege is actually freedom from discrimination in an anti-fat society.
It's not an anti-fat society. Being a fat human is just not healthy.
Some of the basics of thin privilege. So you can go anywhere and sit in any booth, in any restaurant, in any chair.
I can't believe you just said that.
If you can't fit into a booth, you shouldn't be eating, period. Okay, hardcore fasting.
Your clothing is readily available and it's the standard size.
Because we have standards.
So you don't have to special order online.
Oh my God, you can find clothes that fit humans when you go into a human clothing store?
And as mentioned before, you can eat in public without being stared at, whispered about, and or commented on.
Oh, give me a break.
If it bothers you so much that people are pointing at you and talking at you, don't eat out. You should probably be cooking at home anyway. So these problems are all solved. You're creating problems and then blaming everyone else. Oh, God damn it.
Matt Damon.
God damn it. Wild shit. All right, let's do another one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's wild, son. All right, here we go. One more.
The validity of trans people. Because yes, there are innate biological differences between the sexes.
Fam, thank you so much for playing. Excellent. Based younger Swolio. That's a soundboard right there.
Which is why there's gender dysphoria, which is why there are trans people at all. Those biological differences have nothing to do with genitalia or chromosome configurations.
You are stupid. You are straight up stupid.
When something is like, oh my God, that's fucking retarded, you can't argue it. You see how can you argue that?
You can't. You just can't.
So let's say this person was here right now. How can we have the conversation? There's no conversation to be had because it doesn't make sense. You can't have a logical conversation about something that's illogical.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Gender in itself is not biological. We have assigned gender.
You're assigned a gender because it's your gender. The act of putting it on paper is just a confirmation of what the evidence provides.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, fam. Department of Gym Efficiency Doge, drop in the comments down below.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
We're going to get away the Swole card in just a moment. Duke UNC. Duke Unk or Duke UNC 12. I missed this tough love. Welcome back. Welcome back. We haven't gone anywhere. We keep on slinging that knowledge cock is what we do. My goodness. That's wild. That's wild. Freaking wild what people convince themselves of. By the way, just because it's 2-day and we got some awesome merch, look at this guy. Look at that sexy beach. Look at that sexy beach. Look at him. Look at him. Ooh, he's so excited. He's, buy one, get one, 50% off. Look, we got the oversized new bulk pump covers. We got the Ozempic gym design. Look at these bestsellers. Ozempic. We got Kiss Me, I'm Swole. Hey, guess what? We got the Go to the Fucking Gym. We got the St. Patty's Day stuff going strong. We got Swoleverine and Deadlift, Optimus Pump, great new merch. We got Super Swole Bros, Forest Pump, Lift, Harry Squatter, Back to the Fucking Gym, Depth Vader, Vamos al Puto Gimnasio, Swoleopoly, the Game of Gains, Gaindolf, Gym City 2000, I Don't Really Care Margaret, Go to the Fucking Gym, the Power Pump Girls, the Chill Swole Guy, I Heart Cow Farts, Donald Pump, Jack Sparrow. Fam, you're not going to find this merch anywhere else. Best merch in the game. Check it all out. Buy one, get one. Look, we even got gift cards. If you want to get someone a Papa Swolio gift card there at the bottom. Anyway, check it all out. Buy one, get one. BOGO, 50% off. papaswolio.com. Shameless plug because the best merch in the game. And of course, if you are not yet a member, hey, you should become one. Go to swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. We have so much awesome stuff over there in the Swolenormous app. And it's right there, tips. We got all the latest drops. We got new releases. We got brand new beginner series. We got so many new things. We got training without equipment, objective results. Look, all the new releases, all the latest stuff right here for you. You can scroll all the latest drops from the last couple weeks. And of course, we're dropping new things every single week. We got featured classes every week. We rotate these through. New Swollen 7, new yoga, new workouts that we feature. We got our most popular sections. We got all the nice tabs at the top that will fast track you to nutrition. They'll fast track you to the program section. We got master classes and all sorts of education in our education section. So go and check it all out over there in your App Store or Google Play. You get access, of course, to the mobile app or the web app over at swolenormousx.com. Same login, same username and password, everything. But now we have an all-new app to go along with it. So make sure you are checking it out over there in the App Store, Google Play. Give it a look-see, and hopefully you enjoy. We already have the Department of Sick Fucking Gains, and we are going to make a Department of Gym Efficiency shirt. We're going to do that too. So we have a bunch of different styles. Anyway, let's give away today's Swole card. Department of Gym Efficiency, the real Doge. The real Doge. Let's give this beast away, beast. Give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Doge, Doge, Doge. Who's dropping some Doge? Well, I'm just Adam Mathers. All right, Adam Mathers, 90. Congratulations, Mr. Doge Doge. Well, that's dope nasty. Congratulations, Adam. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3203 in the subject, mailing address in the body of the email. Not to mention, by the way, I didn't announce it earlier, but we have a roundtable this Thursday at 6 p.m. So tomorrow we have a live show. Thursday is private for members only, and you could join over at swolenormousx.com and be there for the roundtable. Congratulations, Adam. So in case, I know I didn't announce it earlier, but it is true. It is true. Let me see. We do have a roundtable, so let me bring that up on the screen. Congratulations, Adam. This Thursday, the 13th at 6 p.m. So tomorrow, live, and then, of course, on Thursday, private for members only, roundtable, 6 to 8 p.m. Be there for that. It's going to be fire. We haven't had a roundtable in a hot minute. Time for another RT. And, of course, when you download the app, you can find, let's bring up the app again. You can find all the roundtables. You can find all the roundtables. Here's how you find it. You head on over to, at the top, you head on over to Swole TV. Boom. You have all the overtime segments, all the balls deep edits. We got the driving while gaining uncensored. And we'll have another new one this Friday for overtime. And right here, the roundtables. Boom, 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 boom. You can catch them all. And look how easy it is. You want to hit it, boom, play it. Got there, boom. And then roundtables playing. So it's freaking fire. Very easy to navigate, very easy to access. So you have all the latest roundtables. You have old Swole Motions. Haven't done a new Swole Motion in a while, so we're due. But make sure you check out the all-new Swolenormous app. It's lit, and I hope you're all enjoying it. And, of course, on the left sidebar, you have the merch store. You have Amazon links if you want to find some of those products and stuff that we promote. So make sure you check all that out. Download Apple Store, Google Play. Go to swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today and get access to all of that. So you'll be here for Thursday's live call. Thanks for being here, Beaches. Appreciate you. 3203 in the books. And go to the fucking gym. Hit the like button. Share the show with your friends. And if you haven't yet, take a moment and go on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star review if you enjoy the show. Share with your friends And same thing with the app. If you haven't gone to the App Store and left a 5-star review, it helps tremendously. So leave a review for the podcast, leave a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, subscribe, all that good stuff. Most of you are already, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's the bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets.